Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I made this Red Hulk statue from Captain America Brave New World. I'll be giving you guys a step-by-step tutorial on where I got the files from, how I sliced them, prepped the model, printed it, and also airbrushed it and stuff like that. So without wasting any more time, let's jump into the video. So real quick before we go onto the computer and I show you guys where I got the files from, this is actually a normal Hulk statue. I've actually made the regular normal Hulk statue that this thing is supposed to be. It's actually from the scene in the first Avengers movie where the 6 Avengers are standing around in a circle in New York, and this is the Hulk model for that little collection of the diorama, and it comes with different heads when you purchase the model. So this one's actually the Red Hulk head. And yeah, so it pretty much just turns it into the Red Hulk, pretty much same body and everything. And the little detail that I added to this to make it from Captain America Brave New World is the Captain America shield in the ground, just to sort of pay homage to the trailer where he grabs the shield and throws it into the ground. And yeah, so you can pretty clearly tell which movie this model is supposed to be from. So now let's jump over to the computer so I can show you guys where I got these files from, as well as how I sliced them. Okay, so I'm on 3dwicked.gumroad.com. And pretty much Wicked does have a website, but they also sell through other websites like CG Trader, Colts 3D, and this one. It's 20 USD, so it's $20. Scroll through, you can actually see the different heads that it comes with. So they have the Screaming Hulk, the Angry Hulk, and then this is the Red Hulk's face. As you can see, his is a little bit more crazy looking. Right here, they colored it in just to show you guys what that could look like as well. So yeah, I will link these down below so that way you guys are able to just click straight on the link and then go to this website, purchase the model. And then if you just go onto a website like Maker's World, they will have a ton of different Captain America shield models. And these ones you're actually able to colorize, that way they can be printed in multi-filament printers, and you can just reduce the size down to whatever you want. There's a bunch of different versions of Captain America shield, so you just got to pick whichever one you like. Regular looking one that Steve Rogers holds, as well as Sam Wilson, so you just have to search around and find which one you want. And pretty much all I did was I shrunk the Hulk model down to about 20%. Then I shrunk down the shield to be a little bit bigger than the size of his hand, and then just printed it off that way. So it's pretty simple to size and measure how you want it to. Once I had the entire model sliced, I then went ahead and printed it off on my FDM printers using a combination of PLA and PLA+. And once it was all printed out, it was then time to start priming. I used a Vallejo surface primer with an airbrush. This just leaves a nice even coat on the entire model, and I like using this on anything with a lot of detail. And I just give it a nice generous coat or two just to make sure that the entire model is completely covered in the primer, so that way we're ready for the paint. Now real quick heads up, I actually did a live stream when I airbrushed the Red Hulk, so if you want to see all of the red and orange and yellows that I used on the body to get the cool lighting effect that I did, then go ahead and watch that live stream right here. But after that, it was then time to start hand painting, so I used just a normal black acrylic paint, and I gave it about 1 to 2 coats depending on where it was on the shorts, just to make sure that it covered all of the red and gray areas on the shorts. Then for his hair, I tried to give it one really light coat of hand painted black, just so that way it would kind of show the red through his hair to give it a little bit more of a depth look on his head. And it turned out pretty good actually. I let it show a lot more on the sides of his head because he has sort of like a fade in the movie, so that worked out pretty well. Then once I finished with his pants and his hair, it was then time to start on the fingernails. Now, it's kind of funny because pretty much Red Hulk is like 2 colors, red and black. So once again, I used that black paint on his nails, on his hands, and on his toenails. And I just used a very skinny paintbrush and gave it 1 layer on his fingernails and toenails. I also then dried off the brush a little bit and tried to give it very light eyebrow work, just that way it didn't show too much on his face and stick out like a sore thumb. Now here were the 2 options for the Captain America shield. Now obviously the one on the right looks so much better as I used a multi-filament printer to get that, but my original plan was to print it out and then paint it to give it a glossy shine. But the multi-filament print just came out so much nicer, and once I had that one printed off, I then knew what I wanted to do with the model. I wanted to take a soldering iron and make a little crease in the base of the statue so that way I could stick the shield in there. And all I had to do was drag the soldering iron across the base until it gave me enough wiggle room to put the shield in and let it stick in the ground. Then for the final touches on the Red Hulk, I painted his teeth white and his eyeballs orange. Now my original plan for the base was to make it all gray, but the airbrush hitting the base and giving it a little bit of a red shadow kind of is going to reflect his body being on there. So I decided to leave it on there and just dry brush on a little bit of black just to give it sort of like a battlefield look, like he just got done fighting with Sam. And that's what I ended up doing. Then for the final touches on the base, I just painted the entire outside of it black. Then using my Cobra 3 combo, I printed off his logo in a multicolor print and stuck it to the front of the base. And that is how I made Red Hulk from Captain America Brave New World. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I was able to explain to you guys how simple it can actually be to make a custom statue like this. This is actually the first one that I made for myself. I made a bunch of statues in the past, like Star Wars and Marvel characters, but they're for other people. So this is the first one that I completely made for myself, and I'm really happy with the way that it came out. Let me know down below what statue or character you guys would like to see me make next. And if you are into 3D printing or watching build tutorials like this, consider subscribing to the channel, as that is everything that I do here. Once again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.